Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hey, I got a new camera finally, so we're back in business. Took me a while on that harvest party thing to get that figured out, but this one with a new camera, a new phone, starting all over again. But today I got some time off this afternoon, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up. So we got some pretty mild temperatures coming up the next couple days, maybe even into the 70s, borderline warm. And I thought it was a good idea to get out here, kind of clean up the corral a little bit, get my old dust mask on, and try to clean this up a bit, because next week it's going to turn cold, and I don't know how long before the cows come home. So we're just going to clean up some of the mess. It's not too bad. A lot of that manure is just kind of spread around, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it up anyhow, give it a fresh start, and hopefully it'll be fine for the winter. You know, we come in here and clean it up several times in the winter when we can, but it can get pretty messy in the winter. Like this little alleyway here, I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple swipes through here, get rid of some of this stuff, come over here into the old steer pen, especially in front of the feeder. That's one of the main deals, right there in front of that feeder. We'll clean that up, get this all cleaned up, prepared, so when they come back they got a fresh start and we can have a good little run. So let's get after it and see what happens. Okay guys, well, This is taking longer than I thought, like usual. It usually does. Anyways, I got to move on to a different project that I got to do. So let me show you what we got done. As you can see, the alleyway is pretty nice. Walk over this way. I got the back pin pretty nice too. It's doing pretty good. And as you can see, we got our little pile built there. And of course, I got my pile going over here. Now the thing with the piles, if you remember, I like to leave some piles of manure in here because during the winter they kind of create their own heat, especially as I start adding the new manure in there. They do create a heat in there, and the cows really like to gather around them and lay on top of them and stuff, and it helps keep them warm on those really cold days. So I do try to leave some little piles of manure in here for them, but this is looking nice over here, real nice. So they got a pretty clean slate going here. I do have some more cleanup to do over there. I'll go show you real quick. We got her cleaned up pretty nice in front of the old feeding trough, and oh, I just remembered, I got to fix that someday. The bull took it off. Imagine that, little Joe. That bull with the horns, he took that off of there. He did all kinds of damage, actually. I'm not going to miss his horns. So over here we're doing pretty good. I need to do a little shovel work under the old lean-to here. I need to do some work on the lean-to. Look at this thing. This is compliments of little Joe. He broke that whole piece loose and the wind took it. Broke the whole back off of there. If you remember right, we had this little makeshift calving shed over here he took out. He just demolished everything. So it's quite the ordeal. I need to get a piece for that. This thing here really needs to be rebuilt. However, guys, I'm going to try to make one more season out of it. I'm going to patch it together over here, and hopefully we can make it through another season before I have to rebuild this whole thing. But I think next year it's happening. We got to do it. I'll clean up all this manure here with a shovel a little later, but like I said, I got to move on to something else. But it's looking pretty good. You know, we're doing pretty good. Now this right over here, this is our pile that I build every year over here, and it's pretty good size. I need to take some more of it out. However, I was thinking this manure right over here is pretty good stuff for gardens. We may take some out for our garden before we shut her down for the season, and also my father-in-law may want some. We made a call to him, asked if he wants it right now, because it's really fine, it's nice, it's dry. It'll be really easy to till in his little raised beds. Okay, this spot right over here, especially if I dig down deep, it has got some just dandy manure. I mean, it's, you know, we could bag that and sell it probably. It looks like real good stuff there, I think. So this stuff will be perfect for his raised beds. He can till that in with no issues, nice and clean and smooth. Make a nice little raised bed for him. So we'll see what if he wants to get some now, or maybe I can pile some aside for him, which would be fine. Either way, I have to move on to different projects, so this is going to take a back seat for today. But that's good manure right there, guys. Nice, clean, dry. We'll till some of that in our garden as well. All right, I got to get a move on to a different project, but I thought I'd bring you out here while we clean the corral a little bit. Hey, it's a crappy job, but someone's got to do it, right? Anyways, we'll come back and do that steer pen another time. I may or may not show you that. Depends on what we got going on that day. But thanks for coming along, guys. I'll catch you back out here tomorrow. Have a good one.